Today, I'm going to talk about the so-called healthy foods that I never want to have in my diet, and I'm going to tell you why. The first are diet soft drinks. Now, we all know that regular soft drinks, regular sodas, are not good for our health, and there's a reason for that. Regular soft drinks are loaded with sugar, added sugar, up to 10 teaspoonsful of regular sugar. That is a lot of sugar to be putting in. If you came to my house and I offered you an empty glass and I put in 10 teaspoons of sugar, you would never have it. That'd be disgusting. And yet people are drinking cans of regular soda every single day. Listen, on a hot day, that's something that I feel like having as well, but I know better. Now, every now and then having a can of soda is not going to harm you. But if you're a regular soda drinker, that is a recipe for metabolic overload. And we all know somebody who's a fanatic for drinking sodas, right? When I was in medical school, I knew people who would drink a 6-pack of regular soda every single day. All right, so the healthier version is diet soda, right? Non-caloric sweeteners. Wrong. It turns out that diet sodas are supposed to be healthier because their sweeteners aren't absorbed as calories, right? So you've got aspartame, sucralose, and a lot of other synthetic sweeteners. Your body doesn't absorb them as calories, so that's why they're marketed as a healthier choice if you want to watch your weight. But it turns out that research has now discovered that many of these artificial sweeteners actually damage your gut microbiome, the healthy bacteria in your gut that's a key to maintaining a healthy metabolism. So these artificial sweeteners actually damage your microbiome. That's where the evidence is starting to head. And this can ironically cause you to gain weight because it damages your metabolism. A study conducted by the University of Texas Health Science Center looked at almost 7,000 adults aged 45 to 84 and found that people who were drinking even one diet soda per day, they had an associated 36% increased risk in developing metabolic syndrome. Now, this is a dangerous condition that is a form of pre-diabetes. And what it's composed of is high blood sugar, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and a larger than normal waist size, all right? So even one soda a day from this study shows that it can damage your metabolic health. Now, the good news is that metabolic syndrome is reversible by most people if you exercise and eat healthier and take better care of your body. So I personally stay away from the so-called healthier choice diet soda because for me, they are not the healthier choice. Another so-called healthy food I avoid are plant-based meats. Now, who hasn't heard of these? They're getting to be very popular, and you can have a plant-based burger, hot dog, sweet and sour pork, chicken nuggets, chilies, meatball, even plant-based bolognese sauce, all without real meat. So it's got to be better for you, right? Wrong. It turns out that these plant-based meat products are actually ultra-processed foods, and they're made with plant-based fillers like processed soy and other ingredients that give you the flavor of meat, but they don't actually contain the healthy polyphenols of the real whole plant-based foods. So you get neither the benefit of the real meat, which could be the iron and some of the minerals, nor do you get the benefits of the real plant. Bummer to lose out on both counts. By the way, here are some of the ingredients in a plant-based burger. I'm not going to name the specific brand, but I just want to actually share with you what I look at when I look at the ingredients, for example. Okay, are you ready? Soy protein concentrate, that's ultra-processed. Soy protein isolate, also ultra-processed. Potato protein, ultra-processed. Modified food starch, ultra-processed. And methylcellulose, that's an emulsifier that gives you that mouthfeel or the texture of food. Researchers are finding out that emulsifiers like methylcellulose can harm the gut microbiome, and that's the last thing you want to do when you're eating a healthy food. So this is an ingredient, an emulsifier that's better to stay away from. And by the way, for people who are trying to stay away from GMO, genetically modified organisms, not only is processed soy in the product likely to be GMO, but at least one of these plant-based meats is deliberately genetically modified so that it looks like it bleeds like real meat when it cooks, right? You put a meat on the grill or in a pan, when it actually gets a certain level and you cut through it, it'll actually ooze this juice that looks like blood, real blood. Well, that's what the plant-based burgers are engineered to actually do. I gotta tell you, I've actually eaten a plant-based burger, and I'll tell you, it did taste pretty good. Almost exactly like a real burger. But given the science, given the ingredients, to me, plant-based meats are not a healthier choice. A third food that is supposed to be healthy that I stay away from are the health bars, like the granola bars and other healthy bars that you see sold in gyms and fitness centers, even in airports, and certainly at the grocery store near the checkout counter. I mean, sometimes if you fly in an airplane, sometimes the flight attendant will offer you a free health bar as a snack. And sure, they look like they should be healthy. Granola, right? As an example. Oats, nuts, dried fruit, all those things are good for you. But the thing is that if you look at the ingredient label, you'll see there's added sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and preservatives and emulsifiers. These are all pro-inflammatory and can hurt your gut microbiome. And when you injure your gut microbiome, you're actually preventing your body from actually being able to combat inflammation. So inflammation can rise, and eventually you're going to hurt your metabolism. You're going to hurt your immune system. And that's why these health bars are really just another ultra-processed food to be careful of. So instead, what I say is that if you want a granola bar, I recommend that you just make your own. All right, that way you know every ingredient that you're putting into your body. Just go ahead and look it up online. There's lots of recipes and videos about how to make a healthy granola bar. And then you can actually put your own dried nuts that you prefer and the dried fruits that you prefer in order to be able to get that dietary fiber into your body. Sure, it's not going to have the same shelf life, and it's going to take a little bit of effort and time to make it for yourself. But guess what? It is so much healthier. And I definitely recommend avoiding the ultra-processed health bars of all kinds. All right. And by the way, here's my tip to you. If you're picking up something that's supposed to be healthy, just pick up and look at the ingredient label on the side to spot anything that you would prefer to avoid.
Hey, I want to share another resource with you. It's my free guide on boosting your metabolism. I'll let you in on something that most health and wellness experts don't talk about, and that's that you can actually enjoy your food while eating to improve your metabolism. And if this sounds like a paradox, I explain in this guide how science is teaching us that it's true. In my guide, I share 5 foods that activate your body's beneficial brown fat and tell you how it works to burn down the harmful body fat you want to lose. The best part? Healing your metabolism can taste great. Check out my guide on boosting your metabolism, available right now. It's free in the caption below. Now, back to the video.
Okay, one more. The fourth so-called healthy food that I avoid is yogurt from the grocery store that comes preloaded with fruit. You know what I'm talking about. You know, it's the kind of yogurt you hold it up and it's got a little a layer on the bottom of fruit jelly or some kind of supposed fruit. Look, yogurt is a healthy food, right? Plain whole yogurt is a fermented product. Dairy has been shown to be beneficial to your health. All right, it is a probiotic food. Yogurt is gut healthy. It helps your body lower inflammation and supports your immune system. And studies have even shown that yogurts can actually promote longevity. But when companies that make the yogurt add fruit into the mix, it's usually a highly processed mix of fruit and added sugar, not to mention sometimes artificial coloring, artificial flavoring to make it even taste more fruit, and preservatives as well. So these flavored yogurts have taken something that's good and healthy and turned it into something that is not so healthy. So I stay away from the pre-packaged fruit flavored yogurts. Just look at the ingredients label. So here's my pro tip to get really healthy yogurt if you want fruit. Buy the whole fat yogurt. All right, that's right, you heard me. Whole fat is fine. The probiotic nature of the yogurt helps your gut microbiome process lipids in your body. So in fact, whole yogurt doesn't raise cholesterol or cause heart disease. Quite the opposite. It lowers inflammation and actually protects your cardiovascular system. If you want fruit in your yogurt, that's fine. Buy some whole, fresh, seasonal, organic fruits, strawberries during the summer, or peaches, maybe buy some apples in the fall, all right? Slice it up and just top it on top of the yogurt yourself. And if you want a little sweetness, do what the Greeks do. Add some high quality, ideally organic honey on top of it. And if you want to make it even healthier, sprinkle some crushed nuts, pecans, walnuts, pistachios on top of it. And now you've got yourself a really, really healthy yogurt breakfast, for example. So stay away from fruit flavored yogurts in a container. That's it. Hope you got something out of this video. And thanks for watching. Dr. Lee out.
Hi there. If you enjoyed watching this video, I know you'll love the next one. Stay here and check it out, and I'll see you there.